welcome back. This is Shadow Drake, and my base is getting kind of cool now. Alright, so... Well, now you know that a storm is indeed incoming. It's great timing on my part. Okay, so... More stuff was done, not a lot of stuff moved around. The major things that ended up happening are that, one, it seems like my CO2 tank has filled, so therefore it doesn't need as much. Or, my heat load isn't very high, so the temperatures in my base are actually cooling down. So that's a slight problem. Wait, where's the suit? Oh. But now it's time for me to kind of start working towards laying out my setup for whatchamacallit, rocketry. I got my recipe queuing system completely going, so with that in mind, I'm gonna need these.
Incoming.
And I might as well start laying out stuff as best as I can and save on power right there. Because I got quite a bit of stuff filled out, but I have like no steel sheets. Ugh, I need those to be going. Okay, but let's see. I'm using 2 kilowatts and it's actually approaching Vulcan winter time. So this leads to the problem where heating is now, well, cooling is no longer an issue. The temperatures are gonna start. Oh yeah, big thing that I've done. Yep, my Vulcan base. I keep wanting to put these together so that it actually makes more sense, but then they are off center on the whole thing, so that it just kind of bugs me. So it's like I like them right there. Anyways, so with that in mind, my volatiles is actually at 90 Celsius, so that's actually pretty cold, which means that everything else is dumping heat like extremely easily. I brought this down to 1963 so it doesn't overcool, because the biggest thing I'm concerned of is maybe freezing my pollutants. I suppose I can turn it down and just let it run. As far as things go, I've shut off my water generation because I'm at this point going to be trying to create fuel and get fuel going. If this drops below 20 liters of water, then I'll probably turn it back on, or if my base is running low on power. But in the meantime, I think what I want to do is get my whole everything set up for that, for rockets. So what I am going to do
Incoming.
is I think I am going to create a very large flooring right here. I don't have enough steel sheets, but I do want to do that. So let me first expand it out over here. And let me go grab something. I need the launch mounts so that I can start building that. And yeah, as far as heat load goes, it's fairly well balanced right here. This is keeping up very well with that. And honestly, I think once this gets to about -90, I should stop that. And again, this works remarkably well. Just boop. Done.
Storm incoming.
I'm not going to work outside during the storm, so I'm going to try to lay out as much as I can while I wait for the printers to finish printing. I shouldn't need to go mining. I want to say I have enough resources for the time being, and as you can tell, the solar panels at this point are getting close to a kilowatt of power. It's kind of crazy. I don't know how much there is left on that. You know what? I think at this point I need to just... Is it actually printing? Oh, right. Still printing. You know, I think I'm gonna go on ahead and reset that and tell it to start making steel sheets because I don't think I need any more than that.
5,
5 minutes. Okay, steel sheets. Yeah. Gonna make 2 batches of 100, send it, done. Ah, it broke. I hate that button thing. There we go. Okay, so let's get back to it. The launch mounts. One of these is, there it is. It's the launch mount. And let's get the control towers. There they are. All right. Now, what I want to do is I kind of,
4,
thank you for that. I want to have this spot right here be for, I want to say, okay, so from here, this is where I want to have logic and stuff I need. So, okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I want my towers to be right here. 1, 2, 3. So with that in mind, that's my towers. So let me just go on ahead and get a flooring. So I'm gonna build large station batteries, a large station battery to actually I need to get that done. Let me build that first so that way it can get charged. Because if it can get charged and cabled up, then from the storm power, then I won't be, then it'll be ready for the rocket. So large station battery, I thought it was right here. 1 battery kit large.
3,
Yeah, 3. Okay, yeah, I got plenty of frames, and I need some. Oh, right. I gotta keep this on. Why do I have a seed of potatoes here? Just, no. Alright, so what I am intending to do for the rocket, I think I want to try to have it all as with the large station battery, and I'm going to put it right here. And the reason for that is
storm, incoming.
in Vulcan and Venus, when the rocket
2,
launches, there's this unfortunate thing where all of the gases from the rocket's launch actually is capable of burning and damaging cables. So I feel like I'm gonna have to just stick with I feel like I am going to have to stick with a heavy cables for most of this build. So now, what I intend to do, let's see, I think it's 3 frames. So let me just put this right here. 1, 2, and then here, here, here. Now, this is weird because it needs a
storm,
screwdriver.
incoming.
I don't have enough. Okay, that's fine. And I am going to rename this to, this is
1,
Rocket Build Plat Mount. So what I intend to do is use this area right here to build all my future rockets. And then I'm going to build launch mounts in different areas for refueling, offloading, all of that stuff. What's this like? I might as well just keep this going like that. And storm is gonna hit soon. Now, I do have 4 heavy solar panels. I mean, this is 3 kilowatts. I had to increase the number of tanks here because one thing that I found out is one single tank gets completely burned through the entire night. And so I
Storm
opted to
incoming.
build 2 more to help keep it from going through. So this is still generating a decent sum of power at night, which is what I'm going to need because it's a very heavy loss. There it goes. There's the storm. So while that's happening, I guess it's time to kind of sit around and wait. So yeah, I'm burning through what? I think it's 7 kilowatts of power when it's actually going through. So I do want to build 2 more station batteries in here so that it can be a better storage of power. Good. Build. So I'm going to get my backpack ready for the rest of the build. First, I gotta get rid of these insulated pipes right here. So there's these things called access bridges. I think I built some. I don't know. Housing, transformers, smalls, nope. Memories, consoles, signs, cladding, nope. Stairwell, I'm gonna need these. I thought I built access bridges, but it doesn't seem like I did. What are you? 2 data links, shoot umbilicals, avionics, rocket batteries, rocket housings. Looks like I never built the access bridges. That kind of stinks. I thought I built them. Alright, let's just build some access bridges right now. So I'm going to queue them up while I go inside to do some stuff. Okay, so if I remember right, access bridges are going to be in the very end. There they are. 2, 4, 6. Let's do 10 for now. I don't remember what they need. Looks like I need 100 steel. That's a lot of steel. It's okay. I made quite a bit right here. There we go. Alright, now that that's going, time to go inside. Gonna fill this water bottle. I'm filling the water bottle so that I have spare water in the off chance something bad happens. See, all of these water bottles are refilled, so all 9 are filled. I completely forgot that I have a cereal box in there. Alright, so... Oh, okay, so this is ready. You are a special one right here. You are actually a 175... No, a 75 water and a 125 gas. 75 H2. Oh. As foretold by the scrolls right here. 125, 75. And it's also got amazing stats for growth. You know, doesn't need as much darkness, doesn't need very much light per day. So it's actually got pretty good growth. So, do I have a spot up here? The answer is no. So, what I've been doing, I am building up a stock of seeds of the good potatoes. That way I can use those as needed. Let's see. So many potatoes. What is up with these potatoes? These seeds too. Whatever. Okay, so basically where I'm at, this whole tray is filled with the perfect ratios of gas and water. So what I am going to be doing as they finish up, I'm going to replant the seeds here. Take the potatoes, make sure that they're still good. They should, well, take the potatoes, restabilize them. No, 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 no. I need to check on these every time that they're done. I need to check on them because I want to make sure that they're still in the perfect ratio. They should be. So replant. Oh, okay. Now I know. I was going to take the seeds, store them so that I have a backup set of seeds. Uh, take the potatoes, stabilize them, replant them here, and then replant a single row. And I was just going to keep doing that until I finally got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I basically need that to happen 13 times. I mean, technically less, because I mean, if I want to let this be my control, basically. That's my control. And I want to do them all at the same time. So maybe I'll just pick them all. 3. Actually, I do have time. Do I have time? Hmm. Oh, what is that doing there? Wrong spot. I don't know. I really do need to be replanting them because the main thing right now is building up my oxygen so that I can. Oh man, it's getting cold. I forgot to turn that down a bit. Back outside I go. If it gets too cold, it's actually going to be slow down the growth on the plants, the potatoes. They're not used to cold. Ironic. Ironic that they're not used to cold. Well, actually, it shouldn't be ironic. Of course they're not used to the cold. It's the whole everywhere has been stupid hot for the longest time. And because my CO2 tank is already filled, uh oh boy. This is where I increase you back to 3250. Get this to stop. I'm not putting a heat load anymore. Yeah, that got extremely low. Let me see. Pollutants. 20 Celsius, if I remember right. 20 Celsius is 3580. Oh, wow. Okay. Way too low. There we go. There we go. That's better. This is going to evaporate and it's going to stop working. So now the heat's going to get back into the system. All right. The only thing that's doing any cooling is this right here. Because this is still cooling right here. So my only heat load is this. So I could technically, what I can technically do is just remove this heavy cable right here. So with that heavy cable removed, then I remove 500 watts of power consumption from the cooling system. It really isn't necessary, to be honest. But yeah, okay. Let me empty out my waste tank because apparently the storm decided to stop as soon as I jumped in there. Okay, waste tank emptied. Now the access bridge is a cool little aspect of the build. Oh, I need some more steel in there. That's fine. I'll just get some steel and stick it in there. I'm probably gonna need steel soon. Alright, so uh okay. I'll put you back over there and then I'll grab some ladders. Grab some ladders. Oh. I'll make some grading later. Okay. Let's get back out to the rocket. Rocket manufacturing. Stick you there, stick you there. First, let's fill in those holes. Okay, let me just show you. Okay, so you see the temperature is already at 733 Celsius. That's Vulcan winter. It's not even the hottest part yet, and you see I'm generating 1 kilowatt of power from these solar panels. It's actually kind of insane. I really love that they did that because okay, you know, when I originally started this playthrough, I was not gonna do solar because it was so much. It was going to be a lot of power. It was going to be a lot of resources spent for not a lot of power. Resources, space, for 500 watts. That was the original. But now that the devs uncapped the solar panels so that they can actually be better, you know, maybe if I go to Venus, I think Venus should still be pretty high. Yep, and that's fully charged. Maybe if I do Venus, I will make sure to actually get some solar panels because it looks like it's actually worth it when they're uncapped like that. I mean, 1 kilowatt of power? I mean, it's not going to be like that all the time, I know, but it's actually going to be a decent chunk of stuff. Now, one thing I've noticed about the access bridge is that these things tend to be really, really weird about placement. See? It's blocked by the access bridge on the bottom. I don't understand why. So if I try to place this one up, now I can place that one on the bottom. It doesn't make sense. So it's one of those things that I don't know why. It just okay. I don't know why, but it's just better to start from okay, that isn't. I don't know why. I don't know what's up with these bridges. Oh. Oh no. Oh wait, what am I oh knowing about? I have a flippin' ladder right here. Okay. This is what I get for not sealing every hole up. Is there any other hole I can fall in? The answer is no. Good. What do I need to finish out these bridges? Oh. Yeah. Okay. I need one more bridge. I'm debating whether I will need one on the other end. Okay. Now the stairwells is going to be another thing right here. So what I want to do, the stairwells have different builds based on the kind they are. So they have like an access port. So I think what I want to do is I don't want to do that. Okay, hold on. Maybe I'll put it right here. So they have little pathways for which part is open. Okay, what do I need to finish this? Steel frames. It's kind of odd that you need steel frames for these. Now what? Screwdriver. Am I using a steel frame? No, I'm not. Okay, now what? Welding torch and steel sheets. don't think I built that right. Oh no, I did not. Oh, this is kind of, that's right. Now I remember why these are kind of awkward. Okay, before I do that, let's queue up some floor gratings because I'm gonna use I'm gonna need the floor gratings for there. And I have another access bridge. What am I? Oh, so disorganized, so disorganized. Okay. All right, so I'm only gonna need one, so we're gonna put the rest of you back. Signs, steel sheets, floor grading. You still need some steel? Okay, fine. Do you have iron in there? Yeah, you do. Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna be spending a lot of my stuff. While I'm at it, I need from the... Where's the computer? I don't think I have it on here. There's some things I didn't put on here because there would be things that I would not build a lot of. Something like computers, maybe motherboards. Yeah, it didn't seem like I put computers, so that's fine. Alright, so what do you need for a computer? Some copper. Okay, that's fine. Okay. There we go. Let's just build another set of floor gratings. There we go. Alright, so because I'm working with the harm suit, I'm sure you're wondering why not just use the jetpack and stuff. I mean, yeah, I could. But, you know, I really want to be fancy and just kind of just, you know, not use that. One more access bridge right here. Okay. Now, time for me to disassemble the top. It's not going to be that. Hand drill? No. Wrench? How do you disassemble this? Okay. Crowbar? Whoa, how do you disassemble this? Oh, don't tell me I just permanently got myself stuck in this. Oh, this is weird. You gotta be in there? I don't know about you, but I got vibes. I'm kind of scared to deconstruct stuff just because of the sheer amount of lunacy from, you know, well, after the rover incident, I'm kind of scared to do a lot of my work inside the thing. All right, okay, so this needs to be rotated this way so that it can line up with the floor. But it needs to be... Oh, that doesn't make much sense. I have to do it like this. Yeah, I have to do it like that because Because I need the stairs. Oh, not that. That doesn't make much sense. It's like that. Okay, so this brings me up one more floor, which allows me to go here. This is why you need the floor gratings. Okay, if I gotta go to the floor underneath to put the floor gratings up like that. Like this. How many people are gonna get? Like that. There we go. Okay. I'm kind of trying to figure something out right here, okay? So if it looks bad, I'm sorry. I'm trying. Maybe not very hard, but I'm trying. So that allows me to do this. Okay. Welding torch, steel sheets, okay. Okay, so that allows me to go up and down these things. Now, the whole reason I put that right there is because I want to have the ability to potentially see how piping and stuff goes. And this whole platform right here is just to allow me to, okay, I gotta remove that. I don't want that side to be open, so, okay, French. Why do I have to be in here? Screwdriver?
Hydration critical.
Now it's wrench. That's angle grinder. Wrench again, if I remember right. Yep. Alright. I need this right here. That was it right there. That right there. Blocks the far end, but not there. Got it. Okay, got it. Yeah. Eventually I'll get it built correctly. I gotta go get some hydration. There we go. Perfect. So now I can climb up my different levels so that I can go to my different levels for rocketry. Okay. Perfect. And this is strictly for being able to see that. I think maybe what I want to do is have the ladders go up as well, just in case I don't want to use that. But that kind of gets things squared away. Now, remember I said that I am going to be using the heavy cables because sadly, to rocket firing, it's possible for it to damage stuff. Right here. Okay. But I'm gonna go down slowly. and just gonna go down here. This is going to be my heavy cable data line that goes straight down to connect these different parts. And it will also be what connects to the umbilicals. Because the rocket does need the umbilicals, and you know, it's not a problem per se. But sometimes where you have your cables and your piping going, it kind of gets in the way of stuff. So with that right there, I will be able to... It's not... Oh, because I didn't power it. Okay. Now I will connect data and power, because what I intend to do is have a lever. See? Works just like that. See, this is kind of what I'm thinking I made the mistake with that. The fact that I don't have an exit over here. I might have needed to bring this back one more. I can fix that though. Okay, let's go get a drink of water and I can fix that. We'll start from the top, and I think what I'm gonna do is move this, rotate the bottom so that the staircase oh no, that won't work because one side will always be correct, but the other side will never be because that's the nature of the stair. Ah! That's a pain in the butt. But you. That's still not in freezing. It's negative 100C for freezing. Ooh, I might actually take some health damage from the fact that I don't have... Come on, come on, come on, come on, I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. Ah! Ah! I made it. Alright. Back out I go. Can't believe I left that on. That's a lot of power that I'm wasting right there. Okay, so I don't think I can fix it as well as I thought I was going to be able to fix it. I believe I'm good on power, 4.3 kilowatts of power, and yet I'm only spending 3.5. So the daytime solar panels is actually making up for that. Oh, that's a decent chunk of power. So I'm basically needing to get 5,000 moles of oxygen in here. Once I got 5,000 moles of oxygen in this tank, then I am ready to fill up a rocket and basically send it out. How much water do I need to take in? Probably like another 3 sips. The biggest nuisance for this is because, you know, I have to keep making water. This is going to have to make more water. Actually, I got about another 10-ish liters of water in there. That'll suffice for a while. Shut that off. Okay, I should have got more heavy cables. Okay, so what I was thinking was moving that, but maybe that's not going to be a problem because I do intend to have a switch down here, an IC10, and a lever. So maybe what I want to do is have a lever for umbilicals extend. Like all the umbilicals will extend, IC10, all the umbilicals will extend, all the access bridges extend. And I think that's all I need for that. Yeah, I think that's all that I will need. And because everything will be in heavy cables, I can be assured that the rocket is not going to torch things. Now, the other side is going to be a bit more annoying too. it's gonna be a bit more annoying. I kind of wish that the yeah, that works. Okay, I need more heavy cables. Hey, jump. This is actually kind of insane thinking about it. 221 to 197. Wow. Okay, we'll just keep that going. I definitely want to get the rocket going. I really, really need to get that going. So I got an IC10. I need a switch. Let's get one IC10. No, don't go in there. Well, let's put a blank one in there. Need one for the switch. I'm gonna need heavy cables. Am I out of heavy cables? The answer is yes. Ugh, I need to print out more heavy cables. Okay, good. I got more floor gratings. You have all the copper. Okay, I do need one logic switch. I don't mind printing one out like that. Then meanwhile, I go here. And I'm just gonna queue another 100 heavy cables. And send that. Let it print that out. Ah, it went negative. One of the issues I have with my script is that sometimes it double sends the print job, and that's what causes things to screw up for it. I gotta eventually add the logic to do only a one shot for that button, but you know. Okay, I'm gonna use an iron wall for this. It's really weird how Vulcan burns anything that falls on the ground. Because I think if I were to... That didn't burn? Weird. Vulcan does have this weird thing where things just burn on the ground. I don't know if that's a... Can I? Okay. Can't go on there. Yeah, we'll put you right there. Like that, and a lever. Upside down because I like things in a weird way. Alright, so here's the thing. I do eventually want to have a logic transmitter here, so from an inside, you know, when I want to launch the rocket, I just pull a lever in there. So I kind of want to set this... I don't want this lever to be always active yet. Or I might change it up so that only the one inside works. So, very quick thing that this is going to be is I'm just gonna put all the umbilicals and stuff here. Alright, so this is the umbilical control. So for the time being, lev will be D0. Define a bridge. So axis bridge. I believe that's the open. Yep. Axis bridge open. Define G umbilical. Umbilical. Right now, I only think that it's going to be gas. Gas umbilical. Define P so power umbilical. Whoops. Fine. Umbilical. And power. I think those are the only ones that I'm going to need. Technically, I will need the chute, but I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to use my building station as a chute or send a rocket to land elsewhere for that. And so I'm going to need an alias, and that is basically the X open L open from lev setting. Okay. Set batch a bridge open open set batch g open set batch p open open. Very quick and dirty, very short script. So yeah, there we go. With that, now I can rest assured things are gonna work somewhat correctly. Now, I am going to have these connections right here. And the only reason why I'm not going to go through the middle over here is because sometimes I might accidentally put an umbilical that is on these points right here, and I might need that space to go somewhere. And so I don't want to prevent prevent me from being able to build on it because of do that. Okay, got that. Got data and power. I need a shower already. Alright. As you can see, I have literally no more heavy cables. So all of them retract. Okay, so if I need to build something, I just toggle that and then I can go up and do stuff. Perfect. Now, I might as well get the rocket stuff in there so I can go on ahead and start laying it out. What's my time? This is about a good stopping point for now. That way we can focus on another section for building the rocket, and it'll give me time to go get some materials, and because I seem to be running low on copper again. So first, let's set this up to 2063 so that bad things won't happen if I accidentally forget that on a long mining trip. Wow. So 1.03 kilomoles. So I need another 4 kilomoles. Technically, I'm getting there. And yeah, 31 liters of water. So I still got plenty. Still got plenty of resources and materials. So I do need to go mining for more copper, some more gold, maybe some iron and steel. But we're basically beginning the process of building out that rocket so that I can actually send it out into space. Now, as far as controls go, I've actually not entirely sure where I want to build the main controls for the rocket. I want to say that I should probably build it inside my pressurized space because I think that makes the most sense. I think that makes the most sense, to be honest. I could build it over there. Well, no, I don't want to. This place is already cramped. I might as well build it right here. Because if I build it right here, build it right here, get the data link over here, build it over here, maybe some mapping computers over there, I can actually start working on mapping out Vulcan a little bit. And I think that'll be something that I might as well do. So yeah, just that right there. Get the get the data link right there. That way I have something. Because I mean, the big thing with the rocket is it takes some time for it to do things, and it's not like I want to be out there in the heat all the dang time. Let's go ahead and pressurize that again. And after all, I do need to, yeah, I do, yeah, I gotta work on these seeds too. I gotta make sure that they're all still 125 H2O, completely, whatchamacallit, stabilize them genetically. Yep, stabilize them genetically. And then, yeah, maybe go on a small mining trip, plant those, try to get them to make a little bit more. Because as it is right now, I think those potatoes are going to be, once they're all fully grown, that's about 1 kilomole of oxygen per hour. So realistically speaking, it might still be another 4 to 5 hours. So that's basically another 4 times 3. Yeah, 12. So probably about day 80 is when I should be capable of launching that rocket. And then hopefully I can go and get some oxygen so that it's no longer going to be an issue for launching future rockets. Maybe that's going to be the first major thing I do. Launch rockets. Yeah, launch rockets, get a bunch of oxygen so that I can launch another rocket. I do want to build a scanner rocket so that way I can launch and start mapping Vulcan so that I can kind of see what else to expect as far as regions go. And then maybe once I got 2 suitable maps, one for my computer and one for traveling with me. Once I have the maps, then I'll be able to maybe scope out for better regions. Maybe try to understand and see what other regions would be worth scoping out. But I do need to build a rocket that can get into space with several rocket batteries, and so that's going to be a huge thing. I think it takes upwards of 30 to 40 days, in-game days for that. But I'll, yeah, that's something to do. I think it's doable. I think it's possible for me to build one rocket to go up there to scan and mine, a scanning rocket, and then as I need to, I can bring down the scanning rockets while I can bring down one rocket while the other's up there to keep the whole scanning going, and basically keep doing that until I can get enough resources for myself. Alrighty, so as we approach Vulcan Winter, um, things are going well, but my potatoes are definitely growing and thriving. So thank you for your time. Hope to see you later, and have a good day. Bye bye.